Deepavali actually means it's a row of lights, but today it has become about crackers, only crackers. Most children of late have very little idea of what Deepavali truly means. We say Hindu festivals are about respecting our environment, and what are we doing to it? What is the amount of waste that we are generating? 10, 15 to 20% more during the festival. The noise levels are up to 125 dB decibels, toxic residues in the air. One night of celebration, several days of toxic air. Why do we do so much of packaging for our gifts? Every year, the levels are increasing. What are the types of waste we are creating? Plastic waste, air pollution, sound pollution, solid waste, electrical waste. Where do you think all this waste is going? It's all going to landfills or getting burnt, and sometimes ends in drains or rivers. So the waste we create during festivals keeps polluting our air, water and soil. Is it possible to celebrate Diwali without creating all that waste? Instead of celebrating in each individual house and burning crackers, get the entire community together. Get all the cousins together. Get the entire apartment building together. Together you celebrate so that the consumption of the crackers also comes down. No plastic plates, cups, spoons when your families are getting together. Start using steel or biodegradable crockery and cutlery. Deepavali is not just a festival of lights. It's a festival of cleansing, reflection, and evolution. Today, let's explore what Diwali truly means, how it began, how it has evolved, and what it can mean for us today. What is Deepavali? Deepavali actually means it's a row of lights, but today it has become about crackers, only crackers. Most children of late have very little idea of what Deepavali truly means. Deepavali is moving from darkness towards light. It's about moving from pain towards peace, towards from poverty to Ashtalakshmi. A room of darkness cannot emanate darkness, but a room of light can give light to another room. Deepavali is about jnanam being given. It's about enlightenment. It's about giving light. So different people across the country have different stories as to why Deepavali is being celebrated. Rama has returned to Ayodhya. It was a victory of Dharma. Most of our itihas talks about how when there was a lot of atrocities or suppression, there was always someone who came forward and resurrected Dharma. Deepavali is one such celebration. Lord Krishna, the story where he teaches that ego, greed, and cruelty, which is symbolized by Narkasura, must be destroyed by divine wisdom and courage. And the next morning after Naraka Chaturdasi symbolizes cleansing of negativity from our lives. There is also about goddesses Lakshmi's birth and worship. According to the Puranas, goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and purity, emerged from the ocean of milk, Ksheera Mantana. On this day, we celebrate Dhanteras. Cleaning homes and glowing lamps welcome the goddess, symbolizing the prosperity coming into our lives with gratitude. Birth of Lord Dhanvantari. During the Samudra Manthanam, when the oceans were being churned between the Devas and the Asuras, many divine treasures have emerged from the ocean. Among them appeared Lord Dhanvantari holding a kalasha filled with amrit and sacred herbs. He is considered the god of Ayurveda and health, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Before Diwali, Mahalaya Paksha or Shukla Paksha is observed. Mahalaya or Shraddha Paksha is observed, where it is believed that ancestors visit the earth. Families perform rituals and offerings, Tarpanam and Pindadanam, to honor them. And after these rites, we send them off with lights into the heavens. The sound and light act as a symbol of gratitude and guidance. How many of your children and their children know what is Krishna Paksh and Shukla Paksh? Shukla Paksh is from the new moon, we're going towards the full moon, the 15 days. And Krishna Paksh is from the new moon, we're going towards Amavasya. So Diwali is celebrated on the new moon day when at the end of the Krishna Paksh. Out of the darkest night in the entire year, or there are many Amavasyas, but that Amavasya, we celebrate Deepavali. The full moon before that is Sharad Paurnami, which is supposed to be giving the most light in all the full moons. Our calendar has a lot of significance, whether it is the movements of the moon or the movements of the Rutus, that is the seasons. We are unfortunately not passing on this information to our children and their children. It's time that we learn and we pass it on to them. I was asking my mother-in-law, how do we do my daughter's wedding, or how do we do this festival? She's 83 years old, and she said, let's talk to the elders in the family. And she's the only eldest in the family left. And there's nobody elder to her. So I took it upon myself to start reading how festivals are celebrated, what mantras are recited, what are the rituals that one need to do, what are the samskaras that one has to perform. And as I was examining it, I wanted to look at how to make it relevant to today. And that's the reason we are having this talk, because we need to make Deepavali relevant to today. We need to protect the traditions our ancestors have passed on to us. And it's our duty to pass on those traditions to our children and make them more relevant for today's generations. So at the change of the season, we celebrate Deepavali. Every year at the time of festivals, all of us clean our homes so that clean energy enters. It symbolizes readiness to welcome Goddess Lakshmi. Cleaning our homes is the first step that we've been doing for the 15 days before the festival starts. When our surroundings are pure, our thoughts are pure. The 5 days of Diwali. How many of you all knew Diwali is celebrated on 5 days? Dhanteras, Naraka Chaturdashi, Lakshmi Puja, Govardhan Puja, Baiduj. So coming to Dhanteras, on the 13th day of the Krishna Paksh, Ashwin, we celebrate Dhanvantri. Today, our marketing people have converted it into a festival of buying gold. It's actually to worship Lord Dhanvantri and Goddess Lakshmi. Lord Dhanvantri is a reincarnation of Lord Vishnu. He is the god of Ayurveda. He brings in health. Our festivals, our rituals, our traditions always bring in a culture among our children and us. On this day, we clean and decorate the house. We light a lamp near the entrance. And to make it relevant to today, because Lakshmi is Ashtalakshmi. It's about not just gold. It's about dhanyam. It's about wealth. We have become westernized in our concepts that wealth is only money. We need to understand it's different. And the mantra we can recite on that day is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantreya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanya Trailokyanantaya Shri Mahavishnuve Namaha. Now, my pronunciation may not be correct, but let's pass on these mantras to our children. The practice we follow, as someone has already mentioned, is Abhyanga Snanam, early oil baths. We wash away our inner and outer impurities, symbolically destroying the narka inside us, the ego, the greed. Today, we have started using shampoos and soaps. We are not looking at how it's contaminating the soil around our homes. We are creating a festival around Abhyanga, but the intention is to show a practice to our children that, listen, this is the way a bath is taken. Now, you can do it every day, once a week, but it is a pathway that is being shown through a festival. This is the day we completely declutter our homes in the traditional way. Just like we give ourselves a clean bath, we clean up our homes. The mantra we recite is Ganga cha Yamune chava Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Once again, please forgive me for my pronunciations. The next day is the main Deepavali. This is on the new moon day, Amavasya. This is the day that we set up the altar, light lamps, offer sweets and flowers. So this is the day we clean our homes thoroughly. We decorate the entrance with rangoli, mango leaves, maybe sometimes even marigold flowers, and we distribute sweets and coins. Celebration is not just about playing cards or burning crackers. It's also about giving away food. Give food to the people who help you in your homes, whether who work for you around you, or those people on the street, the person getting you the milk bottle or taking your electricity bill. On this day, give away as much as you can. The Lakshmi invocation that is done today is Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Maha Lakshmiya Namaha. This is the day we thank nature, recognizing that prosperity is sustained by balance with our environment. This is the day Lakshmi doesn't enter cluttered homes or cluttered minds. That's why decluttering before Diwali isn't a ritual, it's a reflection of readiness for light. The Govardhan Puja is the next day. It is giving gratitude to nature and food. This is the day after Amavasya, Pratipada. This is to commemorate Lord Krishna lifting Govardhan Hill to protect the villagers from the rain. The focus is because he's prepared the Anukat, the mountain of food. We offer it to Lord Krishna as gratitude. Om Namo Bhagavataya Vasudevaya. This is the day we thank nature, recognizing that prosperity is sustained by balance with our environment. So when all our culture is talking about keep our homes clean, light lamps in sesame oil so that it shoots the air around it, and we're talking about protecting environment, most of the Hindu festivals are about protecting environment. The last one is Baiduj. Baiduj is celebrated on the 5th day. It's to bring families together. It's to build relationships. Our festivals in our country are always getting the family together. We create a ritual. And this is the day that we apply tilak and sisters apply tilak and brothers give blessings. The mantra which is recited here is Yamarajeya Ramaha. Deepavali ends with love, the bond of care, respect, and protection among siblings and society. So, to make it relevant today, to make Diwali relevant today, let us look at our rituals. Our rituals of cleaning our homes, removing negativity and inviting purity, lighting diyas, a symbol of knowledge over ignorance, worshipping Lakshmi, prosperity and spiritual wealth. At a time when there is so much of victimhood going around in society, at a time when it's okay not to have money, it's okay not to pull down people who have money, or to where there's a lot of mental health issues, we have a culture which says move towards light, move towards jnana, move towards spiritual wealth, move towards improving yourself in all ways. We share our sweets, we share our joy, our unity, our goodwill, a stroke of goodwill to all our family and friends and help. It's a celebration of triumph of light over darkness. That is the symbolism of fireworks. Now, what is the impact of environment on the environment? Air pollution, noise pollution, waste generation, energy consumption, and animals. Did we even realize how much noise when it is created, how many dogs are in fear, or how many birds are getting burnt? Yes, it's a time full of fun and celebration. But what do you notice the next morning? On the one hand, we say Hindu festivals are about respecting our environment. And what are we doing to it? What is the amount of waste that we are generating? 10, 15 to 20% more during the festival. The noise levels are up to 125 dB decibels, toxic residues in the air. One night of celebration, several days of toxic air. Why do we do so much of packaging for our gifts? Every year, the levels are increasing. What are the types of waste we are creating? Plastic waste, air pollution, sound pollution, solid waste, electrical waste. Where do you think all this waste is going? It's all going to landfills or getting burnt. and sometimes ends in drains or rivers. So the waste we create during festivals keeps polluting our air, water, and soil. Is it possible to celebrate Diwali without creating all that waste? Have we thought about, even if we are cleaning up our backyards, all the cracker paper, all the poison from the sparklers, we pack it up and we put it in the dustbin outside. What happens to it? It's sometimes it's collected, it's transported to, and then whatever is possible to segregate is possible, and then it goes into recycling, or it gets into the where it gets burnt down. Suppose you buy a packet of chips while watching your TV during a festival. You finish eating. Where is that packet going? Have you ever thought how much percentage of the waste that you are dumping in your homes is actually going into landfills and how much is going into recycling? Can you put a figure, please? Guess, just guess. So if it's not being recycled, it's going into, if less than 9% is being recycled, all of it is going into landfills or into our rivers or into the soil or into the air. And once it goes into the soil or the water, it's there for hundreds of years. And what we burn ends up as harmful gases, which again we internalize. Now, coming to responsible celebration practices, there are eco-friendly celebrations. We can do alternative lighting. We can do sustainable crackers. We can do decoration. We can change our decorations and the material we are using. We can do eco-conscious gifting. What are we presently using in diyas, in flowers, in rangoli powders? What can we change them into? Diyas, flowers, rangoli powders. What are the current practices which are not sustainable? What do you suggest? Okay, organic colors, great. Previously, when we did rangoli, it was done with the waste rice. The broken rice, we used to convert it into rice powder and then use it. Now, this rice powder, to get different colors, what do you suggest? What color? How do you get colors into? Haldi, excellent. What else? Which are the colors? Kumkum, excellent. Kumkum comes when haldi, you mix lime in haldi. The red color comes. You can use beetroot juice. Okay. Marigold. Okay, great. Now coming to diyas. What do you think we should not use and what do you think we should use? Clay diyas, excellent. What are some people using which we should avoid? Aluminium wax diyas is something we need to avoid. Thermocol, plastic and glitter we need to avoid. Coming to gifting, what is the practices you are currently practicing? What do you think we should move into? Giving dry fruits is a great idea. You can use reusable, upcycled material, handmade material, your local materials, plant-based gifts. Avoid unnecessary packaging and wrapping. Cloth potlies, thank you. Minimalism, excellent, excellent. Minimalism. What is minimalism? Buying only what's needed. Gifting only what's needed. Supporting local artisans. Supporting sustainable brands. Absolutely. Please avoid Chinese made crackers, decoration items, lanterns, and lighting. Make your own lanterns. Waste management at source. Thank you, Arvind. What are the other practices you can do for health and safety? How many of you all know that putting egg white close to your, wherever you're burning or playing with fire, that the minute you burn, you put just egg white and there's not a scar left. Okay. Playing jarring music till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It's not our culture. Just because somebody else is doing, let's also do it. Doesn't work. Absolutely. Avoid synthetic cloth. Too good. Arvind, that's great. Okay. Sweets and food. Absolutely. Sweets and food. Today, Diwali means putting on 2 kilos. Diwali is coming, parties putting on a few kilos. What is alternatives we can do for sweets and food? In fact, in the olden days, we used to have our mothers and grandmothers giving a certain recipe for digestion. Cleaning materials. What are we using presently? What can we change it to? What are the cleaning materials you are presently using? What can you move it into? Absolutely. Diwali comes, it's the mother's duty to clean, to make the sweets, to put the table. I mean, Diwali is about family coming together, everyone taking responsibility. Puja is at 6:30 in the evening. I'll come at 8 o'clock. No, every family member. Our festivals, our rituals, our traditions make, if we can involve our children from a young age, They learn how to organize. They learn discipline. They don't get into mental health issues. I remember a friend of mine who had a serious issue with her daughter who had committing suicide. And she said all the times when she was young, I never took her to a single Diwali festival, to any festivals when the entire community was meeting, or to any of our friends and family and relatives. I let them grow alone. And today, when she's in depression, she doesn't know whom to reach out to. Diwalis are collective celebrations. How can we avoid crackers? What are the alternatives that are available? Instead of celebrating in each individual house and burning crackers, get the entire community together. Get all the cousins together. Get the entire apartment building together. Together you celebrate so that the consumption of the crackers also comes down. No plastic plates, cups, spoons when your families are getting together. Start using steel or biodegradable crockery and cutlery. Do not buy store-bought snacks. Make homemade food with homemade oils. Fresher, healthier, less taxing on your health. Fragrance. Do not use aerosol sprays. Use essential oils, camphor, incense sticks. No chemicals, natural items. In puja, what items can you use in the puja which are currently using, which you want to change? Most of us see puja items are bought in plastics. Stop using plastic flowers, plastic packets, use cloth bags. My request to our audience and to our friends and families, we need to evolve our traditions. It's no longer about bursting crackers. Our ancestors gave us wisdom. We must give it to our children for continuity. Evolving Diwali, making it relevant to the current times, celebrating it consciously, respecting our traditions while embracing change. That is what we need to bring to our community. This Diwali, let's change the ritual of crackers to cleaning. Cleaning our places, cleaning our minds, cleaning our bodies, having abhyangam, and let's bring in sustainability. Our culture, our tradition, our has taught us to respect environment. Let us bring that back into the celebrations of Diwali and connect deeply with our family, nature, and community.